Okay, so we are here back in the media day coverage of Mineski TV for your the International 7. I'm speaking in English because I'm interviewing Mr. 1437, the captain slash drafter for your TNC Pro team. Any shout outs first before we start the interview?
Sorry, I actually blanked out. I was reading the chat.
Okay. Anyone you like to greet?
Shout outs to my teammates and oh yeah, shout outs to Jason Belende. He's my friend back in the Philippines. Yeah, he told me to give a shout out if I ever do an interview. So
Oh, okay, okay,
I will
okay.
just
So
do that.
more likely, I'll be asking question about your stay and experience in the Philippines. So how do you find the Philippines so far?
I really like the Philippines. I only went there for a tournament twice, but now that I'm living there, it feels really nice. I really like the food there and the culture. Everything is really good.
Ah, you went there as a part of Team Secret.
Yes.
Okay, you're a coach back then, right?
Yeah.
So how do you like the food?
It's good.
What what Filipino food do you like?
My two favorite is sisig and tocino. But I really like all the meats. You know, they have like it's weird. At our boot camp, we just eat meat and rice every day.
Meat and
There's no
rice?
there's no like vegetables or anything like that. In the beginning, I was really skeptical, but now I'm like used to it. You know.
Ah, okay,
But
okay, okay.
I really like it. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So you need to ask Mr. 1437 question in English. So I'll read some and how is it to be the drafter of TNC?
How is it? It's really easy actually because they're just very cooperative, my teammates, and they understand what they should say. Instead of like sometimes you can be in some teams and a lot of people will have very strong voices and it can get very really distracting for you. But I really enjoy being a drafter for my team.
So you are playing the position 5 role for your team,
hmm
and what is it like playing with teams? Do you guys have any problem at the start? Because of course you have language barrier, some shit like that.
sorry, what was that? Language barrier? Not really. From the beginning, it was really good. Like we can talk like because it's Dota. If we just ping or say go, we already
Ah.
understand what we want to say. Or if I say come top, come bottom, he already understands. Because if you're like good players, then you will always know what the other person is thinking about when they say to do this. And if they don't understand, they'll just do it anyway. Because it's more important that your whole team is on the same page and just doing the same thing than to like not like question it and not do it. Yeah.
So I have a personal question for you. Um, at first, do you feel any pressure of make of putting TNC back into TI because last year they went here with Demon,
Yeah.
of course. So do you feel any pressure from that?
Of course, when they first asked me, I already understood the scenario I'm put in because TNC is not just TNC; it's like a whole nation behind them, right? You got the whole Philippines supporting them, so I have to think about like what it means to bring them back here or like help them bring them back
And you
here.
bring them back.
Yeah. Uh,
So how does that feel?
I mean, it feels really nice, but I really try not to think about that because we're still like in the tournament. We just want to focus on that. And a lot of people, like for example, on my Facebook, right? They're always writing really nice things and showing their support. And I really don't want to disappoint any of those people. So I'm trying to work as hard as I can.
In terms of result, you guys have managed to secure a spot on the upper bracket,
Yeah.
and your first opponent will be LFY. So aside from LFY, what team do you expect to looking forward to face?
Um,
All of your boys, they say it's BP.
VP?
Yeah, all of their,
Oh, for
all
the
of
next opponent like that, yeah. VP is one, but I really want to be able to play against Liquid
Liquid.
in a real series, yeah, because in the first tournament that we played in together, they beat us in the finals 3-2, and I'm
Ah,
looking
it's
to
the
Star Ladder,
yeah the Star
yeah.
Ladder.
So I really want to get revenge for that series.
Ah, okay, okay. So I'll read the. Why did you change the color of your hair?
Why'd I change? It's like kind of bluish. I just like to do it whenever I think it's like before a big tournament or maybe at the end of a big tournament like that, or maybe when my hair gets too long, right? I
Mm.
just cut it and then get a new color. This year I had like uh, like kind of red, pink, purple. Now it's sort of blue. Yeah.
Okay, so here, I read a question earlier. It's a who is your favorite teammate? But I'd rather ask, can you describe each and every one of your teammate?
Yeah, I can. I'll start with Raven. He's like the one our one position player. He's really a goofy guy. Like that's the best way I can describe him. He's always trying to make jokes, and every time he says something, it's really funny. He really enlightens the mood. But when it comes to the games and understanding things or learning things, he's also the first one who's very serious. So he can be on the
Both
both
side.
ends there. Um, our two position player Kuku, he's like very most of the time he's very serious when it comes to the game, but he can also be like how do you call it? I don't know. He's just a really he likes to be that flashy kind of guy, right? So
Ah,
you can understand sometimes
he
how
makes play.
yeah, it's hard to describe, but he's I guess I would say he's the most serious
Mm.
in most of the situations amongst all four of them, and I really like him as a mid player because he can be very vocal as well inside the games, whereas a lot of other mid players they're not like that. They often are very quiet and don't say a lot. They just play their own game. Our three position player Sam, he's been on TNC the longest. He's like a very loyal kind of player, I guess you would say, because he never left. He just stuck with the team. He's the one who has like the hardest time speaking English, I guess,
Ah,
out of all of them. So he doesn't speak too much, but he's a very energetic person when it comes to in the game. Like when I first played with him, I always have to tell him calm down, just relax because he's just so going
so
crazy all the
excited
time.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he's so bloodthirsty all the time,
Oh,
like that. And
because
Tim,
I think it's a good quality because he is your initiator.
yeah, exactly, for sure, it's a very good quality. And our fourth position player, Tim's, he's the one who's I felt like I didn't understand in the beginning, but now I get more. You just give him some time. He's very I really don't know how to describe Tim's. I really don't know how to do it. He's like a mix of all of them, put
Ah,
together. Yeah, yeah. He can be serious, but he's also goofy like Raven, and yeah. And in the games, he can also go crazy. So it's really a mix of all the other three guys.
okay, okay, okay. So, last week question for you, Mr. 1437. How does Skip Gibson impact in the decision making process?
How Kips is our analyst. She watches the enemy teams when we don't have time, especially in long tournaments like this. You have to play another enemy right away, and most of the time you just want to focus on like the enemy that you're about to play. So while we're playing that enemy that we just prepare for, there'll be another enemy waiting for us, right? So she would like try to prepare the best she can for that team, and then she would give us the information, and I would just look it over, and I would look over some things myself, and then compare, and then figure out some kind of middle ground there.
Okay, so I read again another question. Um, you've been part of a bigger esports organization like Secret, EG. Why did you choose to play with TNC Pro Team?
That's a really long like answer I have, but to make the short one, after the Kiev major, I had a lot of offers in many different teams, and but I really didn't like any of them because inside I really didn't feel that's where I belong to play in. But all of a sudden, just when I thought that I would just stop, like I wouldn't even try to play for TI qualifiers. I would just cast or be like an analyst on the panel. That's when TNC messaged me and they asked like, "Oh, we're looking for a captain, drafter. Would you be interested in this position?" And all of a sudden, I really felt like, "Huh, this might be something I want to do." Because as a player, I played in all the regions, right? I played in China, Europe, North America, but I never had a chance to play in Southeast Asia. And for some, like, there's a reason. Obviously, there's a long one, but um, TNC is someone I was looking at for a long time, and all of a sudden I just got this opportunity, so I just took it.
So I think I can speak on behalf of most of the Pinoy Dota fans. We are really thankful that you joined them and you bring them here. And again, thank you for your time for this
Thank you.
interview. And that's it, guys. Again, that's Mr. 1437 Tivan from TNC. We'll be back with I think Raven for the last interview. Thank you again. Thank you for giving us this interview.
Thank you.